Planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. It is time for a February mid-month budget update. So I am going to share where we are mid-month for income, expenses, business expenses, cash envelope or sinking fund spending, and debt and savings, and an update on goals. So to start with, for this month, looking at the income, where I expected to be total for the month was $9,732.63. Mid-month, we are at $8,952.75, so there's about $779 to go. That amount does not include inflow from sinking funds, because it's not income, but it is money that I brought in from my sinking funds to cover specific expenses. So insurance for my home was due February 2nd, and so that I estimated to be $250. It was actually $247.92. Canva was due. It was $120 for the year. Amazon Prime was due. It was $150 and some change. I just put $150. I think it was $151 actually with tax. So I pulled from those sinking funds to cover those expenses. Those are things that I've been saving for all year because I knew it was going to come for an annual expense. For this is just cash back. I cashed in $3, but it was included in my income amount. For health, this was something I actually had not planned on doing. I was going through and organizing like my bathroom cabinets and sink, the drawers under the sink and whatnot. And I had a lot of medication and things that were expired. I do like to have those things on hand. Y'all, the allergies was acting up one day, and I was just like, I really would like, sometimes what really can help me is children's Claritin. And it was like 2020. I was like, I'm not taking that. It's beyond expired. It's like 4 years ago expired. So I tossed all that stuff in the trash, but I wanted to re-up my supply, right? So instead of Claritin, because it was locked up, I bought Children's Dimetap, which is another one that I'll take. Children's medicine is like very strong for me because after I took that, I wanted to take a nap. I was sleepy. It was sleepy time, and it was not a sleepy medicine. Anywho, I spent $80 up in my supply of various medications. So it was like the allergy medicine, antacids, the what else did I get? It didn't include like ibuprofen or Excedrin, because those are things that I buy regularly. There were four things total. Most of it was allergy medicine though, like sinus medicine and whatnot. So that was $80, and I pulled that from my sinking fund. Then yesterday, Petey had his annual vet exam, and that was $368. That comes from my emergency fund. I've shared before, I look at that sort of like as a opportunity fund as well. His own fund is never going to have enough money in it to cover his medical expenses because I just don't save that much towards it. I'm just looking to cover his medication every month and food and basics. So I pull from the emergency fund when he has a visit. He probably will have to go to the cardiologist in the next 2 or 3 months, and so I will pull again from there to cover that as well. So that was $368. I'll probably like share more of what's going on with him, why it was so expensive, and like a plan with me or something like that. So that's income. And then when we look at our expenses, I did add that it was $368.25. I did add that on here for an expense in the personal expense section. Outside of that, nothing has been out of the ordinary or more expensive. So we just still have electricity to pay, HBO Max, and this loan, which normally comes out on the 19th, but because it's a holiday, it probably will come out on the 20th. And then that's like everything on the personal expense side. So anything else that I buy is because I bought some stuff I didn't need. And then these are not filled in. The Navy Federal, the Venture, the Amazon, and the Schools Financial, they're in pencil because I will make additional payments to them before the month is over. And so we'll see if we end up hitting our goals for those. For the business expenses, these are the things that come out later in the month. And so we're still sort of working our way through that. I haven't bought any art at all this month, but I am going to purchase some. I have some in my box right now in my cart. I did spend $216.51 on Sesh Box related items, $30 on like packing and shipping supplies, $611 on sticker paper, $80 on sticker paper. And then I purchased ink for the HP printers for $133.73, which was actually pretty good because it was like $215, but I had like $75, $80 in coupons. So I went ahead and took advantage of that. I don't think I will need any ink for the Canon, but I will know for sure by the end of the month. That it just depends on like what printing looks like as I start to print stickers for the planner Sesh Box. And then I have here again Canva and Amazon Prime. So that is the business expenses. For cash envelopes, we stuffed 1,205 and then transferred 110 for car insurance, 20 for home insurance. And then I did pay utilities this month, water, sewer, trash, which was $322.80. That is an every other month bill, but it's really when they send it to me, which is not always every other month. So I like to make sure I have the money set aside to cover it whenever it pops up. Now, let me go back to business expense real quick. I had an issue with Xfinity, and I'm not sure exactly how it's going to shape out. I shared, I think, in my February budget setup that there was supposed to be a price increase of like $6. So it should have been $77. I got my bill and it was $110. I called and it was fixed and it should have been $76.75 moving forward. So it was like a $5 increase. And when I go to look, it's still $110. This was yesterday, as a matter of fact. So, they're like, it's prorated because it was the middle of the month. It was not the middle of the month. It was the first day of the month that I called. Like the bill hadn't even started yet. They're so full of it. So how y'all gonna charge me? Are you gonna still charge me? Because I always go in there and pay it early. And she's like, oh, we can just pay less next month. I don't want to do that. That's not, my bill's not supposed to be $110. Like, y'all are just messing stuff up and it makes me not want to be a customer. So, I paid $78 to make sure that the whole amount was paid. I'm probably going to get hit with a late fee. And, I turned off the auto pay because what you're not going to do is come take $110 out of my account for something that's already paid. So I'm probably going to get dinged on $10 for that. And who knows what else silly fees are going to come out of it. The person I talked to yesterday was not as helpful as the last person, but I guess the last person really wasn't that helpful considering the bill was still $110. But it was like a kick the can down the road and call back and we'll fix it. And it's irritating. It's irritating to my whole entire soul. Stuff like this, I equate to, most women can understand this, going to get an oil change. I think they do this to everybody, not just women. But going to get an oil change and they try to sell you $5,000 worth of stuff. You're an oil change place. Why are you trying to rotate my tires for $100 and do an alignment for $300 and I need a new transmission for $10,000? Like, why are you doing all? Just change the oil. That's all I need. So for this, it's like, just fix my bill. That's all I need. But now I got to make all these subsequent phone calls. It is the most annoying thing in the world to me. It is not good use of my time. Their phone tree makes it nearly impossible for you to speak with anybody. You got to go through 10 minutes of nonsense before you can get a person on the phone. Then they want to kick you back if you didn't chat first with some. It's just a whole nightmare. So, as you can tell, I'm very passionate and irritated about that situation. But anyways, the amount should be $76.75 going forward. We don't see what ridiculousness we have. After, I'm going to look again on the 20th. After everything sort of settles, I don't expect anything to happen between now and then, just because of the holiday and whatnot. But we have that happening as well. So, going back over here to our cash envelope situation. So, the next time I have to pay car insurance and car insurance will be July. Home is, I'm good for a year, so that won't be until February of 2025. Utilities, I shouldn't have again until April, but I don't know, because they do what they want to do with that. Update on student loans. So I did get my certification signed and sent back to Mohila. I do have to call them on Tuesday because I'm pretty sure they're closed on Monday. And make sure that I am on an administrative forbearance. I should have 120 certified payments at this point, and it's just a waiting game for them to process my form and forgive my loans. Hallelujah. Amen on that. So that is the update on that. So that is no longer going to be an item in my budget, and I will let y'all know when they are officially forgiven. This is just my list of sinking funds that I've used this month. So next, let's talk about debt. Now, I don't know if I'm going to hit my goal this month, which was to be at $15,000 or less, which meant paying down $1,933. So I started this month with $16,933. Now, everything is not paid just yet, so I'm just estimating based off of where I'm currently at. I did pay off the Discover card, which was the printers and the ink. I'm still working on the school's financial, which was the IKEA furniture. I've only paid $50 on that this month, so definitely got to do better. And then I had a goal to pay $881 on the venture, $550 on the Amazon. Now, I have paid I paid on the venture $400, so halfway there. On the Amazon, I paid $450, so more than halfway there. However, I have purchased things on the Amazon. So I purchased that sticker paper and then some sesh box items. So it's really not, it's actually, $45 less because of that. So it's really not reflective of what I've paid because I've spent on it, which it is what it is. So we're still working to hit the goal, though. We're going to see. We have gotten Afterpay paid down quite a bit, so there's still a $200 difference there. This loan payment hasn't come out yet, and we're at $40.54.36 for the car. So I think I need about $1,000 to make the goal of $15,000 or less, and so that's what we're still actively working towards. The goal this month was to save $750. We're at $714.66 with our savings challenges, so that is coming along just fine. And then when we're looking at our goals for this month, I've done really good on tracking the expenses. This is paid off, which was the printers and ink. I'm about halfway to the revenue goal. It's not where I want it to be, but I'm about halfway there. For the solo 401k, I think I have done 400 this month of the 500 goal. And yes, and then for the Roth, I've done 300 of the 500 goal. And so I just shared about where we're at with the saving, 714.66. I have about 1,000 to go to meet the debt goal, and then halfway there on the venture. And I'm probably break even on the Amazon just because I've spent what I've paid, which was about $450. So that is where we're at on February, middle of the month. Let me know how your budget is going. And just as a reminder as well, I do still have that link for Ally, a referral link down below. I believe you can get up to 250. It might be 150. I don't remember. By following whatever the requirements are for you to deposit and hold in the account for the specified period of time. But I believe it ends this week. I will post down below that in the description box with the link what the expiration date is on it. So if you're interested in taking advantage of a free money deal with Ally Bank, I love them for their savings accounts and using them for my sinking funds, and they pay a really good interest rate. I believe it's currently 4.35. It may be 4.5 now. Check that down below in the description box. All right, well, that is February mid-month. I hope that your budget is treating you well this month. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you back here next time.